The purpose of what we're trying to do on this channel is to enjoy life. That's what we're trying to do. Enjoy life. And so it is important to recognize and see in a mindfulness way, through a mindfulness way, where this negativity is poking at us, whether it be externally or internally. And today we're going to look at this from an external point of view, because all the way across the world, if I find that there is a behavior that is growing, that is almost contagious. It's been increasingly getting worse over time. We don't even notice that it's there because it's so subtle at times. This behavior that I'm talking about is a narcissistic behavior, but I'm not here to just generalize just the narcissistic people. Today is not only about the narcissist, it's about everyone who displays the narcissistic traits. Not everyone is a full-blown narcissist, but people are portraying these behaviors more and more each day, and people are becoming more and more like one. Specifically looking how they feed their own ego by taking that energy from you. They will boost their self-esteem and lower yours. Your emotional energy is what they want. They want you to have emotions. If you get upset, they gain. If you get happy, they gain. They gain, yes, even if you are happy, because they will take that praise for you being happy. If you get low on or depressed, they gain. You get insecure, they gain. They will morph into many different personas and display many different behaviors. They will either draw you into accepting them and or to keep your energies low so that they can control you. Now, they need to be kept fed a lot, all day long, over and over again, whether it's with multiple people or they may choose just a target, somebody at work, or maybe their spouse or their children, because they need to be fed this energy. They know that they may lose you. They may lose that person. That person might leave them. And if that person leaves, there goes their meal. They may have gotten this from the way they were raised, right from when they were young. Either A, they were put up on a pedestal and they were praised a lot, or maybe they didn't get enough at all. They didn't get any praise. And now they are out to find, they're creating their own way in order to get acceptance and to get that praise. Whew, let me have a sip of my coffee because I'm pretty fired about this. I'm telling you, I really do think that this is going to be a reflective of the source of how we start to turn the world around into a brighter place, instead of this whole world feeling like there is this negativity around. You know, it's like, I think the whole world feels it. Everywhere I see, in conversations that I have, it's like everyone sees it. The world is becoming an ugly place. And so, that's why I feel in my own heart, from my own observation, that a lot of it is coming from these particular behaviors. And it's about feeding the ego. So despite being a narcissist, it's the feeding of the ego that I feel has become an abundant problem around the world. So here are some of the ways in which they control you, but more or less how you can avoid being controlled, okay? This is how you take control of your situation. Now, first off, I want you to realize that they are narcissists or that they are feeding their ego. I just want you to have that almost in tune whenever you are looking at these problems. Whenever you're feeling negative from this external source, just ask yourself, is this person feeding their ego? They will become predictable, and you will see the pattern and you'll see right away what you're dealing with. So do not feed their ego. In an interaction with them, do not reply to them with too much information. Keep your replies short. The more info you give them, this is what they're going to use against you. So the less you give, the better it is for you. The more you give them is the more ammunition that they will have to use against you. The next big thing is absolutely important. It's incredible how much this is happening, and everyone is picking up these behaviors without even realizing it, is gaslighting. So keep this in mind as I explain what gaslighting is. First and foremost, the most important thing for you to do with someone who is gaslighting you is to stay within your truth. Keep your mind in what is true, okay? This gets better and with more practice when you do mindfulness about yourself, but that's for later. Gaslighters, people who are using gaslighting, do not know that they are even gaslighting. They do not know that they have this problem. For them, there is no problem with them. Everything is a problem with you. They will treat you like everything is your fault, and anything that is wrong with them is also your fault. What is wrong with you? And they will give you the answer. It's because of you. Fill in the blanks. That's how they do this. And they will gaslight you to make you feel ashamed for being you. You will never be enough for them. Remember, they need to be higher, so they will shoot them up or tear you down, one or the other. Keep each other accountable for the things that you guys plan. Who is doing what? What are you doing? When and where? What are the expectations? And then stick to them. You do your part. Know what your role is. Know what their role is. And then stick to the agreement. This way, if things go wrong, then whoever is responsible takes accountability for whatever has gone wrong. So if you ended up failing in some sort of way, now you can take responsibility and accountability for that. This is extremely important because staying within the truth. This way, if they choose to attack you now, whether they raise their voice or they start to give insults your way, you know the truth. It doesn't mean you're a horrible person. It doesn't mean that you are filth and that you are low and that you are undeserving and that you shouldn't even need to be ashamed for being you. So what I'm saying is only allow what you have failed at be just that. That thing and nothing more than that. Do not let any attacks be added to something new to make you feel worse. Now, because this energy that they're taking from you is all emotional based. By controlling your emotions, you control the attacks that are on you. Don't overreact when you're upset. Stay calm. Think clearly about the truths you know, and don't listen to or react to anything that is putting you down. Now, I want you to look within yourself. This strategy is something that should be in everything that you do in life, is to know yourself first. You will be surprised of how positive of a thing this can be in your own life. When you have a clear sense of who you are, know yourself, deal with anything that might be bothering you about yourself, and make improvements if there is anything that's real, that's an issue, not fake ones. Love who you are is the point. I want you to see what it is about you that you value and what are all the good things. And I mean really sell yourself. There is something about you that is valuable, and you have things you don't want to change. You have skills and many aspects that are your strengths. Anyone who is out to make you feel less of a person also has this truth about them. So do not let anyone make you feel inferior as a person. So now you can look at what you wish to change. Make a choice to either work at it or not. And it's okay. It is up to you, and accept your choice. It's all about growing and becoming a better version of yourself all the time. That's what I like to think. It's just as long as you're becoming a better version of yourself, if that's what you want to do, then whatever efforts and energy you put towards yourself to improve yourself, is always a good thing. And so you just stick with that, whatever is inspiring you. You improve yourself in the way that you want to, not the way they want you to. People will treat you, this is what I'm talking about, people will treat you in a way where they're trying to tell you how you should be. It's not about that, and it shouldn't be about that. It's how you want. As long as you're living a good life and you are enjoying life, that's your power. Accept the truth. If they are saying something that is true, and you know that to be true, accept it. You can either say, I'm making these changes in my life. I'm not making these changes in my life. This is something I want to change, but this is not where I want to put my energy right now. You don't have to explain that to people, but anybody who's in your circle are some people you might want to just explain that. It's not really hard just to say, look, this is where I'm putting my energy. This is where I'm not. Yeah, this is my flaw in life, and I'm going to deal with it. So my bad memory is something that I'm dealing with, and sometimes I work hard on it, and sometimes I put it to the side and work on something else. I like this one. It will strengthen your relationship with this person and give both of you what you need. So let's try meeting them in the middle. Give them some praise. It's a survival game. Unfortunately, it's a game, but we can turn their attentions elsewhere and not on you. Find ways to allow them to live and feel like they are surviving. Allow them praise. Allow them to have an identity, but don't oversell it. If it's a masculine vibe they want, allow them to feel manly. If it's a feminine feel, allow them to be feminine. Praise their intelligence or anything else, but don't allow your emotions to get too high. That's what they're going to try to grab. Don't create a conceited monster by overinflating their ego. Once they start, they will want more, and play with your emotions. So revert back to the other tips that I have given if that should happen. They are deceptive. This is something that has been going on since they were children, right from the schoolyard. Children learn as part of their discovery of the world just what they can get away with and what they can't. And one of the things that they learn from a young age is being deceptive. A lot of times they want to deceive their parents or their school teacher or their friends. So get to know their cues when they are telling the truth. Have a baseline for their own behaviors, so that when they do deviate from that, when they sway from that, their natural truth, you will be able to catch them in their deceptions. You'll be able to catch them in their lies. Also, keep your logic. If what they are telling you doesn't make sense, don't allow them to convince you that you are wrong. So stay within the truth and be mindful, because you might be wrong sometimes. All right, so being deceptive takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy to keep that deception going. It's like a lie. Deceptions are not always a lie. Lies are flat out lies, but sometimes a deception is just to sway you from what the truth actually is. So it's changing the subject, or it's saying certain things that are like not admitting or not pointing out what the truth is, and it's just swaying you, deceiving you of what the actual truth is. And it takes a lot of brain power in order to do that. It takes a lot of brain power to keep that truth or deception going. They always have to keep up with whatever deception they said before or whatever lie they said before, and it's just hard for them to keep that going. So it's exhausting for them. Anyhow, someone says to their partner that they were talking to a friend. Was it a girl, but not a girlfriend, right? Is it possible that your partner was cheating with that other person? Nah, it's impossible. They are married. Don't be stupid, they say. And of course, we all know that. It is possible, and there lies the deception. Deception is a great form of manipulation, and here lies its true purpose. Some people just suck at being deceptive. So it's a little bit easier to point out when they're being deceptive just by using some basic logic. If at any point they're not able to portray something that is logical and that makes sense, then they themselves are going to fumble and it's going to be easier to catch them. I'm telling you right now, two of the things that I'm very confident about what I'm saying here is that one, people are doing this around the world and it's increasing with every person. Two, these tactics will work. So if you can be mindful and remember or practice some of these things, then it will serve you well. And here we are living in a world now where I truly believe that we do not need to revert to negative actions on other people. We can eliminate greed and we can eliminate this feeling that you have to be better than the next person. We are all equal in a sense. We have a certain amount of energy in our lives that where we can just be who we want to be and help others be who they want to be. But it is very much important to enjoy life, and that's what we're here for. We have responsibilities in life. We have to all contribute somehow into the world that's around us so that we all can function together. We live in a society. That's what it is. We have to go to work in order to give my energy towards something, and in return, I get an income. We grow and we have children, and we have to raise these children into the world, and we have to allow them to be who they want to be, and at the same time to not judge and treat other people fairly and with good manners, and to be helpful and produce a lot of positive energy around. So when I get a comment online, for example, for any of the videos that I do, a lot of the times I shake my head like, why are you even bothering to make such negative comments about me anyway? I've heard many different things about the comments towards me, but I know that I'm a good guy. So like, what's the deal? If you're going to make a criticism, for example, why not make a constructive criticism? Allow me to learn from you is what I'm saying, and allow others, people who are reading your comments, to also follow suit on that, because it's so easy to find a weak link and then attack that. That's the basis of what this society is doing anyhow. That's how this game is being played. So when we see narcissists who have this entitlement within them, to make them think that they are above you in any way, well then we don't need that kind of negative energy in our lives. Look, we all put our energy towards something, and if you're not putting your energy towards anything at all, then you can be held accountable for that. But if you're putting a lot of your energy towards things and you are, in a sense, feeling like you earn some respect, you earn to be elevated above for the hard work that you've done, there's a certain amount of praise that I think that you deserve, that they deserve. But it's when they start to take it from other people and they start to slam other people down, that's the problem. Just remember to not feel too entitled. I hope you take this advice and any of these tips. I'm telling you right now, these tips will work. Whether you're dealing with a narcissist or just somebody who is portraying some of these narcissistic traits. There is a whole schooling on narcissism. If you want to learn about it, there's a lot of research. There's a lot of YouTube videos you can watch. There's a lot of things online that you can read. And a lot of sources out there about narcissists specifically. So if you have a narcissist in your life, start to take control of that. But again, this video is not just about narcissists. It's those behaviors in which people are feeding their egos. That is happening everywhere, and I think it's happening to an extreme. And I want you to learn that in your life, and I want you to spread that to the people around you. And if you're a parent, start imposing these good values on your children and allow that to spread like seeds. Like the whole world can start to wake up to what they're doing. And I think that's part of what I'm trying to achieve here, is just to wake people up to the realization that this is even happening. Again, people don't even realize it. People are sitting there saying that the world is starting to suck. but nobody's pointing out to them exactly where it's being fed, what is happening here. And it's all these people who are feeding their egos, and it's becoming a problem. So that's all I have to offer you for this moment here. I hope you got a lot out of it. I hope you got something out of it. I know that there is something here for you in your life. And remember, if you are the narcissist, or if you're behaving that in those ways, start to reflect out in your life and make that one of the things that you change. Make that one of the better versions of yourself. And until next time, enjoy life. Keep enjoying life, because that's what this is all about. And until next time, take care. And I wish you well.